everyone, Kat here, your favorite ginger bibliophile. So we're just going to be having a little fun today. I am still working on this bad boy, and this little circle helps a lot. It keeps the material nice and stiff, so I'm not doing this trying to hold it where there's no stitching to stiffen it up. But it also makes it really hard to get around the edges, and I didn't do a live last weekend, but yeah, that's all I managed to get done was about a string and a half. That's what's dangling down here. And basically my whole process was let me do some outlines so I don't mess up and have it, way down here or forget a stitch over here like I did with this one. Just kind of getting in the zone of it. I'm going to have some fun there because that kind of looks like his jacket, but it's too way far out and weird. And we've still got him grabbing somebody's butt over here. So, yep, we're just going to go with it. And I'm going to fill in a little. And we'll see how much I get done. Because I've still got that string. And this one's already separated out. So y'all don't get to laugh at me going, wee, trying to hold it with my chin to separate. And y'all might hear some noises in the back because we've got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone going in the background, which is the same thing I had last time, but it's starting back over because, well, it got taken out since it's been a few weeks and I don't remember where we were. So I just put it in and let it go because, you got to set the mood. But, yep, that's what we've got. So hopefully your crafting projects are going well and we're just going to get on to it and fill in some background here. One day, probably in a couple years because I'm really slow, this will finally be finished. So I want to kind of finish this area, and we've got Hogwarts up in here, though it's hard to tell. And it's on to the important stuff, the Patronus. And I just realized at an angle that kind of looks like a chick's head. Or we got some long hair and a face. But that's just... They had way too much fun with this. We're going to take some license and just go, we're just going to put a random square of color, and it doesn't really make any sense. So it will be wrong, but it will be a one of a kind. Because even I will not be able to recreate what the heck I have done here with substitutions and fill-ins. Hi, good morning. What are you working on? And bye to both of y'all. And y'all might not know, but we got some snuggle buddies. We got my little man. And I can't really show you Franny because she's literally on the floor. But we've got Franny in the Hogwarts shirt because you gotta set the mood at all times. Hey, don't you be getting stuck on my feet. Don't you do it, string. Fudge. And I don't mean that in a good way. My string got stuck. Well, we're just going to have to go on. Because I don't know if y'all can tell, but there's an extra loopy-loop there. Hey, how are you, Vin? It's going. I already got my string stuck, but it is what it is. We just going to go with it and see what all kind of a mess we can get done this morning. Or, well, afternoon for you. How's your day been? I feel good today. Sat in the garden with the cat and a book. Oh, nice. What were you reading? Another banned book, or did you bust out that Eon that you got last night? Trying to get my head around the automaton. Did the can't be books tag for Tuesday as well? Oh, nice. That was a really fun one. I've got some other tags I want to do eventually. But I'm getting behind again. Let's see. It's gonna conquer. Yes. Okay. Try to count out exactly what I'm gonna do, because that's kind of the moon-ish, but kind of not. Ooh, it's deciding if I can justify a takeaway. It's tea time and I'm hungry. Ooh. Yeah, I just had breakfast here. I was lazy. It was literally just milk and tea, or toast with some butter and strawberry jam. Because sometimes you're hungry but feeling lazy. You can't go wrong with a good, takeout. I never say no to Chinese. Or if you want to have leftovers, pizza. Everything else gets devoured. Oh, little man. What kind of tea are you getting into? I made some regular old American sweet tea yesterday, but I'll be having that later. For now, I've just got my glass of water. Okay, and there we go. So when I see tea, it's a regional term here for It's like I thought, but I wasn't really sure. Or who knows, you might just have tea with every meal anyway. I forget it's a very northern English way of saying dinner. Dinner? It's only, well, I guess it is 5 o'clock there. I usually don't eat dinner till like 8, 9 o'clock unless I'm just like, all right, it's been a long day. I'm freaking hungry. It's like 5 o'clock is very minor snack. Again, I don't think I'm not typical American. I do eat my dinner way later. I'm very new to shifts. I eat when hungry, which, to be frank, it's constant. Yeah, like you gotta have your snacks. Or like this isn't gonna be a full meal, but it's snack time when I get home from work, and then it's shower and love on the cats and do all the necessary, and then dinner time. But there will be snackage. And I got a snack throughout the day at work because I'm lucky if I get lunch by 1 o'clock. Unfortunately, I'm inspector on an assembly line, and the only person that could cover me doesn't. I always have my trail mix snackage. Do you get a lot of snacking in between, or do you strictly do your tea times? Oh, so we have another visitor. How are you this morning? Or afternoon, depending on where you're at. I am fine if I am busy. Ah. Yeah, depends what I'm doing that's keeping me busy. If it's something I enjoy, I forget to be hungry. If it's not fun, I'm freaking hungry. Like I went to Disney World, and that is a great diet plan because you're just running around like a maniac trying to get in everything you can before the park closes, and you forget that you haven't eaten in like almost 24 hours. And I went with my friend, and we would like stuff our face real quick, run out of the hotel to be at the park waiting for the place to open, and then we wouldn't leave till they kicked us out and went, oh yeah, we haven't eaten since this morning. I guess it's time to scarf dinner of whatever is still open, and then do it again the next day. But at work I'm like, this sucks, I'm hungry. Oh, is it too bright for my little man? So, wee! Oh, like, no, Mama, you disturbed me. Okay, I'll make a little pocket so you can tuck your head in again if you want to. Mwah! He hates when you give him kisses. It's a boost. You can give all the kisses, but you're not supposed to give him kisses. He's not allowed. I remember Disney being an intense few days when I went. Oh, yeah. Which park did you go to? Oh, Hagrid. He'd being all sweet baking birthday cakes. I haven't made a cake in a while, even from the box. Ah. I've been to both California and Florida. Nice. Yeah. The California one was the first one I got to go to, and it's a good time. Florida is way bigger and more, oh my goodness. I haven't been to either in a very long time. So I went to the one in California in my 20s, and I'm definitely not in my 20s anymore. Long time ago now. Florida was harder work, but I was older and had a 4-year-old at that point. Oh, oof. Good luck. Then again, I probably acted like a 3-year-old because, oh my gosh, it's Disney. Ah, don't you be getting tangled. There we go. It's fun seeing how excited little kids get, but oh my goodness, then you got to deal with the temper and the it's hot and there's lines and they got little legs and get worn out. Like, nope, I'm just dealing with myself. I got that attitude already. One day I'll travel somewhere else, but to have a passport, you have to actually be able to use it. They don't pay me well enough to be able to use my passport. Saving up for that one day when I have the time and the money to go exploring the world. Plus, I wouldn't trust anyone to watch the little man. He hates everybody but me and the boyfriend. We were over in Halloween, so Granddad took the kid to the Disney night show, and I went to Universal Studios Horror Night. Nice! Can't go wrong with Halloween. So here, y'all don't really do Halloween much in the UK. Or has that changed? Not been abroad since, though, so that's like 16 years ago. I understand that one. I'm in my 30s and I still have not even traveled most of the states. It's like I live in this one. I ain't got the time and the gas to drive 4 hours to the other side of it. Each way. Oh, here we go. Chuck into Whittle Man. It's getting bigger, but nothing like the US. Oh, yeah. It's a little crazy. So, y'all's transportation seems to be really good. I remember I was in a little guild on one of the games that I play, and one of the girls that was in it is from the Netherlands, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, we're just going a couple countries over." It's like it's only a 4-hour trip. It's for my friend's birthday. You're leaving the country for your friend's birthday. Some of us won't even leave 2 cities over because oh my goodness, you had in traffic, and it's the same time it takes you to hop a train to Switzerland or wherever the heck she went. It's just mind-boggling to me. I wish we could do that. Ooh, I'm onto you, big girl. I see that cute tum-tum, and I know you're gonna roll over. That's just your will since you're already up feed me pose. Yes. Get in there. It's a matter of scale, to be frank. Everything is smaller and closer here, so going to France is the same as crossing state lines in many ways. That is so mind-boggling. Y'all do speak a lot more languages because of that. I've noticed, I can't go 2 hours without ending up somewhere else where they speak something else. So if you don't want to be, the ugly American everywhere you go, whereas there's accents, and there are certain places where what on earth? That's technically some form of English, but for the most part, it's all the same here. You can drive 24 hours, and everyone's still the same thing if you can decipher the accent. So some of their terms are wrong. If you go way up north, they call Coke pop. Whereas I'm from Atlanta, and there's only different kinds of Coke. So soda is acceptable. Okay, there we go. And if you go too far south, have fun. It's what regular folks call banjo. UK accents are so variable in a short area. Liverpool is an hour away, but the accent is so different to Manchester. And then an hour, then the other way you hit Leeds, and that's different again. Whereas, we see it on TV, and it's all the same, very posh. Yeah. The arguments over the right term for bread roll are immense. Oh my goodness. So that just makes it even more fun for us ugly Americans going, wait, that's a. I asked for that. What the heck is that? Like, it was that 2 hours ago. Again, Americans love our bread. It's delicious and cheap. So, hey, don't you snag. There we go. Because I know y'all's biscuits are our cookies. But what's like an American biscuit then? Or do y'all have what Americans consider biscuits? Because it is definitely not the same thing as a roll. Barn cake, bap, Scotty, bread roll, oven bottom. That's definitely a new one. You say Scotty, and all I'm thinking is that really old movie with that song Scotty Doesn't Know. And that is so nothing to do with bread. So biscuits and gravy needs explained to me because it's very different. Gravy, no. Gravy is. In America, biscuits and gravy is, well, when I make it, it's sausage gravy. So basically, you cook up, some sausage, remove it, so you just have the drippings, and then you add, milk, flour, salt, and pepper until it's the consistency you like, and then it goes over, biscuits, which, I guess y'all probably call them rolls, but it's just a really good flaky, bready thing, and then it's smothered in this white milk gravy with bits of sausage in it, slightly spicy. Though some folks can't handle it, so they leave out the pepper, but that's one of the few times I am heavy with the pepper. But it is very much, it's a southern thing. Like, if you go to New York or California, they kind of look at you like, what is this? This is not healthy. But in the South, give us the bread and the fatty, buttery gravy. Everything must be seasoned and sauced. So some people also call it country gravy. But in my house, it was sausage gravy. Okay, so UK gravy is basically a really thick stock here it used to add to meat. The idea of adding milk to it is very odd for us. It's a type of gravy. Like, that's kind of like how, if you're going to put it on meat, you're doing it stock based. Like, for Thanksgiving, you can't have turkey without gravy. And that's, you can add milk. That's the way that I do it to make it a little bit creamier. But a lot of folks, it is just a, stock based, or same thing if you're making a sauce for, chicken or something. But if you're making something that's going to go with breakfast, it's got to be creamy. And it kind of smooths it out a little bit. Especially when you add in just a tiny bit of butter. I mean, turkey is very dry, so we do have a white sauce. I wonder if it's a similar thing. White sauce on a... Now that's a new one. Like when I make it, it's very much you got a couple cups of, the drippings from cooking in the pan all day, and just a splash of milk. And it's still very much, well, mine is orange from like all the seasonings that were on the turkey, because I make it really heavy with paprika, because it's not a proper crust if it's not well seasoned. So I found you can get away with, like, from it being dry, is I throw it in the oven in a bag with a ton of butter, and it kind of steams it and melts the butter into it as it's cooking. It does not come out the least bit dry. The gravy is strictly because, well, I love the flavor. Paprika's, I wouldn't say it's the best. I'm a very much a garlic girl, but if you're making anything meat, you gotta have some paprika, and if you want any kind of spice. Like, I think turkey is probably my least seasoned, because it's mostly just salt, pepper, and paprika, and a little bit of lemon. But anything else, I'm like, there's got to be garlic, and I like spicy, so there's going to be some chili powder in there. If you ain't got salt and garlic, I don't know what you're doing to your meat. It's wrong. A little bit of what? You get the chili powder, the salt, pepper, the garlic, and the chili powder. Or the crushed red pepper flakes, depending on exactly what it is. Like, if I really want it spicy and I'm doing some barbecue, lots of red pepper flakes to go with the chili powder. Like, I just did some barbecued chicken in the crock pot last night. Like, oh, it was good. I think I put like 10 different seasonings in that mixture. And I never tell the boyfriend what I put in there. If he knows what's in there, he won't eat it. If he doesn't know, he'll go back for seconds and thirds. That was half your spice cupboard? Oh my goodness. I have way too many. The running joke where I'm from is like, white folks think salt is a spice, and then you've got all my friends from the ghetto where I grew up. And, no, it's like, no, you can tell. I like my spices. I've got the cayenne and the chipotle, all the Italian spices for if I decide to make some spaghetti. I don't cook as much as I used to, and rarely host now either. It's too expensive to not cook on occasion. Not that cooking is cheap either, but it at least gives me leftovers. So I'm the weirdo that goes, oh, there's ginger in that recipe? No thanks, I'm a self-hating ginger. That's going to be cinnamon. Which is funny you mention that, because I actually just planted a couple herbs this morning. I actually found a lemon thyme that I just like it because it smells really lemony. And I'm trying to lure the bunnies in. I really want to get to pet the bunnies, so I'm going to see if they nibble. Because they didn't like the cilantro or the regular thyme. Is it? Oh, is it almost time, big girl? Okay. Let mommy finish tying this off, and then I'll get your breakfast. Ooh, you're a ghost, Vin. It says I have nobody on the stream. It's like a regional thing. Like I call it cilantro, but other places that same spice is coriander, I think. Or is that the one for cumin? But there's a couple that have various names depending on where you're at. Ooh. It just likes making you a ghost. I think YouTube is threatening you, Ven. Gotta watch out. They're gonna make you part of the machine. I'm one of those weird ones where I hate cilantro. It tastes like soap. And cumin is just a very overpowering spice. Like usually I'll double up whatever recipe says. That's one of those where I'm like, if it's in there, I'm having it. Eggplant being the big one. Eggplant is just dirty now. So what do y'all call the eggplant? Aubergine. Assuming I said that right, and I probably didn't. That is... Yeah, that is quite different. That's not just an accent. Ooh, I'm under attack. There's a kitty under here getting my toes. See, we just had to be different. Oh, yeah, I did get it right. It's kind of like our spelling. It's like, oh, well, the British call it this, so it's going to be something else. Let's see. Can I tie it up? This is always the hardest part, to try to tie this thing off. Especially around the edges. There we go. Okay. I mean, we use a lot of unrequited letters in some words. Like there's a lot of U's. So, we had to get rid of U. Okay. Do. All right. I finished that string, but I'm going to get beat up if I don't do something. So I'm going to drop the pups their food really quick. And then go, that's as far as I got off that string and a half. Oh, are you getting your breakfast? You get your cuppy, big girl. Yes, got the cuppy for the puppy. I don't know how you do it. My level of patience would be gone. That's why the streams are only about an hour or so. And this has been going since last June. Because I only get about an hour or two a week on it, if that. Some weeks I don't get anything done. But I'm very curious how it's going to be. Love the sound. Excited feed. Mm-hmm. And they're weirdos. Like, Franny will not eat out of a dog bowl. She will knock it over. She has to eat off the freaking floor. So it gets a lot of vacuuming. And then she sits there, and y'all can't see it, but she's going to be making very, very sad face, going, how dare my brother's eating his own breakfast. I'm starving to death. Even though, they're supposed to be on a diet. And I give them smaller cups than they're supposed to get, but it doesn't work. And now for the really weird hard part. Come here, you. Problem with all my nails breaking. They're slowly growing back. Whee! Can I actually get it? I've never had that happen before. Usually it tries to tangle on the bottom unless I'm holding it. Woo! I swear that water thing gets moved every single time. It was by JB's house, and now it's in the middle of the window. And being inspected by JB. Get in there, you butt. There we go. Hey. Just so you can fall back out. This thread is not listening to me. We're going to have to fight. Whee! There we go. So, Franny, she doesn't, she cracks me up because we have the food in a little plastic bin, and when it's close to the top, like when we get a new bag, she shoves right and goes, oh, you're scooping out my food? Hi! And she just full on troughs it. Little man couldn't care less, except for when it's wet food time. They are absolute goofballs. I swear, I think he just eats the dry food just to make her cry a little bit. Now I'm near the corner, so that's about to get fun. Ah! Don't you be tangling up on the first stitch. I will fight you. And I will win. Eventually. Yep, she's cleaning up his food now. He's just like, all right. I have to convince him to eat every morning. He's like, do I really want this? I want some attention first. You gotta sit there and pet him for a little bit. And then I'm like, well, fine. Since you offered me a couple pieces by hand, I guess I want it. But he won't eat without a little lovies and some hand food. But come wet food, if you take too long, he starts yelling at you with a cute little grumble. And she turns circles. Yeah. Did you get your strength for the day? You're ready to go on guard and cuss out everybody? Mm-hmm. I heard that. You ain't sneaky. Caught a puppy doing a freedom run yesterday just because the little man was in the window cussing him out. Who's out there? Oh, for once it's not somebody having the audacity to drive down the street or be in their own driveway. It's a doggy on the loose. And that's totally how I meet all my neighbors is, oh, you have a doggy. I need to pet it, so hi. Because we had a chocolate lab get loose in the neighborhood and like you're definitely somebody because you have commands. Like I'd tell him to sit and like, all right, I'm gonna just sit and see if my human's gonna come because there's no tag. And it was just the sweetest little thing. We have more cats here, so I don't have to interact with people. Oh, we've got some cats. Like we had one that just wandered in the yard. I'm like, you are perfectly clean and very friendly, but I see you like diving into the storm drain. Like, what? I was like, I'm gonna sneak through here, and sometimes it'll hang out across the street. Sometimes it'll be around the corner. There's like 3 of them that are just we're homeless, but clearly not really because we're clean and not skinny. And I don't think they're hunting the mice and the bunnies. Oh, that's it. See, I'm gonna have to get sneaky again because I love it. He's got his arm here, and then it's just his head, and then his arm starts down here. Like, I don't know what they were doing with this design. Like, even if your arm's down here, your shoulders are still level. They might have gotten a little confused. But it was probably, if I did my research, made in some, like, foreign sweatshop. Because I got this way too cheap on Amazon. So we're just gonna make stuff up. What did you decide to get for your lunch? Come on, get in. There we go. I haven't yet. I might be good and just have soup and fresh baked bread. Ooh, you make your own bread? I mean, I make my own cookies, but that's about it. It's only a 5-minute walk to the Chinese, so I may wander rather than paying extra to order. Ooh. Nice. Depends on the weather, whether it's worth the 5-minute walk there and back. It's like, it is very sunburny outside today. Oh, and she's had her breakfast. It's like, hi, Mama. What did you get on your head, silly girl? Or his little man gets mad about kisses. She's like, I don't care. It's attention. I'll take what I gotta take and get some more food later. I do sometimes. I have some part baked in the fridge that I grabbed from work. It's nice today by English standards. That's a pet me face if I ever saw one. You'd think so, but then half the time she likes to go, why are you petting me? I was just here for food. Like, I was sore, so I took a bubble bath the other day, and she finally came to check on me, and I tried to, give her a scratch on the head. She's like, no, mama, ah! Just squinting her eyes like I was trying to, like, beat her. Like, I was just gonna give you a little scratchy scratch. But she only wants attention at very certain times of the day, and the rest is, I will suffer this for treats. Huh. Because now that you've had your breakfast, it's your nappy nap time, isn't it? That's why you're in sweet girl mode. If she's really feeling sweet, if you give her a kiss, she'll lick you back. Little man goes, no. He'll give you a couple defensive kisses and then he nips at you. And then has to kiss to apologize. But yeah, you're making the sleepy eyes. You're just gonna be a cute, sweet girl. This is how she tricked me when she was a baby and I brought her home. She was making the I'm abused but I'm sweet face. And the boyfriend walked in and I was the man stealing hussy. Except for he's not in the room and I have the thumbs that can open things now. Isn't it acceptable, hand? Does it pass the test? Nope, it needs a little cleaning. Thank you, big girl. Mwah. See, being sweet don't hurt you. But it could have, Mama. I know, and it's bright in here too. Don't worry, soon it will be. Yeah, my hands will be sore, and I'll turn off the lights. And we got the fan on high for you. Because she'll snuggle a little bit and then goes, wait, I'm the big girl. I got all this fur. It's too toasty. Trying to figure out where his shoulder should end. Instead of just neck. We're getting a little creative here. Because how does he have a strip of a different color? Like, this is supposed to be white. And then these strips in here are shades of gray and blue. These two little splotches. So, and then it's kind of hard to tell, but look at all those different colors just right there, like in his body. We're all kinds of making crap up right now. Oh, did you get human germs? You gotta clean your paw a little bit. Oh, good. You clean your little paw. Yeah, I see that face. That's the I'm about to go to sleep, mama face. It's cute. Yeah. It's an incoming food coma. Oh, big girl. I saw a screenshot version of Harry Potter that had been through a Gen Z slang translator the other day. Oh, yeah, I've seen there's somebody on here that has done one or two like shorts of that, and it's freaking hilarious. Like, yep, I'm way too old. I don't understand the slang. Then again, I didn't understand all of it, when it was my generation. But oh, there's some good ones. Cool. Did they try to do like a whole book of it, or was it just like, here's a little piece? Describing the Dursleys of all printer no facts. What? Very bad. You ain't the only one. I do not understand that one. And the whole no cap. I'm like, I don't know. I'm too old for this crap. Or in the immortal words of, Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit. I think it's actually the whole. Oh, wow. I mean, if that's what it takes to get him to like learn how to read, I guess. But wow. Gonna have to like, can we get a new dictionary so we can understand what the heck this says? It'll come back around. I swear. Like, just like clothing, it's all freaking cyclical. Like, apparently the stuff I wore in elementary school is starting to become popular again. Got the skirts and the overalls and the bell bottoms that were from also my mom's time. Okay, bye, big girl. Did you get too warm on the blankies? Yep, that's exactly what she's doing. She's like, I gotta get on the floor under a different fan where it's darker. The amount of times I look at my younger coworkers with confusion and have to ask them to translate is getting embarrassing. Thankfully, I don't have that problem because we're all about the same age, except for two. There's two little kids that are. One of them's not even old enough to drink yet, and I think the other one just got old enough this month. Very small children. Yeah, we're not going to have his arm be that long and grabbing some booty. So. For this and the Hogwarts Castle are going to be the most obnoxious parts to try to stitch because it really does not make any sense what is going on here. We range from 20 to 50. I sit in the middle. I mean, we do have some older folks, but they're not like on the floor except for maybe a couple minutes a day. So we don't really have to deal with them. So that's his legs. What's going to be body? Yeah, ours are mostly pretty much all somewhere in the 30s. We got the one guy that likes to brag how young he is because I'm like a year older than him. Like, yeah, but you've got a bald patch. So, you can't be telling me that I need to moisturize. That's not going to get me to buy makeup from you. Oh, the poor little kids are trying to learn to fly their brooms. Do you have to deal with like a bunch of obnoxious customers, or can you mostly have a good time? Or at least as much fun as you can have while, at work? What? Somebody outside, little man. Do they not pay the toll? Oh, I know. I really wish they hadn't tried to take so much creative license. The whole point of a pattern is I don't have to think. It's a very local store, so everyone knows everyone. It means we can get away with more banter than other places do. Nice. At the same time, oh crap, everybody knows everybody. Everybody can rat too. Noah was recommending Chuck Tingle books to a customer on the tills the other day. Chuck Tingle? Aside from having a very dirty sounding name, what on earth do they write? Oh, Malfoy. I will find you a book title. Hang on. Oh, my jeez. Noah read it on a. Okay, so actual book title. Noah read it on a live stream. Oh. I'll have to go back and see because I know I don't always catch them. I'm like, I'm gonna. No. I can't hear anything. It's at work. Oh, wait. Did it not post it? Nope. It acted like you were going to type it in the next bubble. It's part of trying to turn you into a ghost, Noah. It's not letting you post it. Get in there. Okay, sis, that work. Oh my, am I being censored by YouTube? Yep. First it turns you into a ghost, and now it's censoring you. That's just rude. But that's okay. Where's my phone? I'm gonna just straight up Google. Woohoo. Chuck Tingle. Wow. Those are some messed up ones. Depending on which one you were trying to type, I am not surprised that it censored it. Not bounded by anything. The Tingleverse Space Raptor Butt Trilogy. One that I'm sure will get me banned if I read that title. Trans Wizard Harriet Porber and the Theater of Love. Oh, wow. my gosh. What? But so are these for your trash month or your spicy month? Because these kind of look like both. Pounded by. Are there reasonable ones? Because oh my gosh, he's got a lot of them, and he really likes butts. Oh my! And he's been around for a while. There's one from 2015 from him. That is the oldest one that has showed up. Oh my. He's got 456 books. Oh my, wow. Okay, I'm gonna need to find those ones because oh my gosh. These are wow. I love how the distinction is he's an author and a writer. Usually those are interchangeable, not two different things. He has done proper horror as well, which are really good. He was nominated for the Hugo Awards. Yeah, none of those showed up when I went to. So, okay, there's like three of them. So show more, and it's like, they are all Pound Town, and I don't mean your dollar stores. Wholesome erotica. I don't think those two words go together. Oh my jeez. That is wow. Full on wow. Camp Damascus was his first full-length horror novel last year. That is a very different genre than what they were showing. It made my top 10 list. So he went from horror to that is quite the jump. Usually if you're going to do that, you go for a different name. When you completely jump genres like that. That is... Oh my goodness. All I can see is Bigfoot standing behind that guy. Oh my goodness. I'm afraid what Google is going to show me next for looking that up. He attends conventions wearing a white suit with a paper bag on his. I will give him he has definitely got personality then. That. Oh my goodness. What? Wow. Get up. Let's see. I should probably try to. His whole catchphrase is "Love is real." He is very into kindness, positivity, and that love in all forms is valid. I agree with that, but oh my gosh. His book titles. That is not what I get from that other than he really likes butts. Though they might be very funny, I'm not sure. I've read some that were hilarious and some that I'm just like, yeah, you're just trying to see how many positions you can fit in. I definitely don't have a collection of his books next to me. Those are one of those things that you only have them electronically so nobody can tell what you're reading. But then again, I've read You Suck in public multiple times. I took it to a thing to have the author sign my copy of You Suck. Get in there. Fudge. Come on. Oh, I put it on Goodreads. So, and have actually had replies from him on X. Nice. It's so fun when you actually get to hear from some of like the authors. Like, honestly, the only reason I ever had Twitter or X was because Christopher Moore and the Mythbusters were known for actually like replying to their fans on it. But then I have long since lost my password and it won't let me like get it back. Whatever. But I have had replies from Grant, Emma Hart, and Christopher Moore. And I totally bragged when I got them because, oh my gosh. I am not above fangirling like crazy. I've gotten actually I had straight up like conversations with Christopher Moore on Twitter. Like, this is the coolest freaking thing. There's a picture of when I got to meet him in San Francisco. Is actually zero shame in the middle of my living room. I mean, X nowadays is a bit of a dumpster fire, to be honest. Yeah, it's kind of the home for alternative facts. I'm staying away from that. I still get like emails of, hey, this person posted, and sometimes like, all right, that's kind of interesting, but I am not going to click on it. So we're just, what are Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman up to? Because I love their fake feuds. Though a lot of the indie books I come across are on there, though. So yeah, I just am like, I've got Kindle Unlimited, and it goes, hey, you read this? You want to read this too? And I'm like, sure. These are ones that I will never hear of otherwise because they are definitely not, your normal publishing. Which is kind of why I have to get them that way, because you can always sell the indies because they cost a lot more. So it's like, well, nobody's going to buy them because they're not going to hear from us, and we got to make a living somehow. So it's a couple bucks more, which understandable, but not in my budget. My KU Recs are very inconsistent. Mine seems to be confused. Like, oh, you downloaded this book? I'm like, yeah, but that's because it was sent to me as, hey, it's free today. I haven't read it yet. Don't recommend it. I might not like it. Once I get actually reading on it, they're like, ooh, you read this. This is like, and I'm like, I go down the rabbit hole. So I've started making a list because that's how I end up reading so many series. I'm like, I was reading this, but then it said read that. And it refreshes recommendations and never gives me the same one twice. So then I have to it's like, I got to read it now or I'll forget about it. So I finally made a private list and figured out how to get it to connect to that. So I'm like, I'll read this eventually. I'm going to try to finish this series. It tends to recommend a lot of room. Ugh. Mine definitely does not do that unless it's like an urban fantasy one. I'm like, well, maybe you like this. It does have vampires or something. But I downloaded a Greek mythology, so it was like, oh, you want this? Or, hey, I read a fairy tale, so it went all over the place. Now it's like, do you want mythology or do you want fairy tales? We don't know. Like, haha, joke's on you, I don't know either. Henry Thompson, can see the dogs, please? We've got, well, they're both on guard duty now. Let's see. We've got a cutie napping there. She's making sure the floor doesn't float up. And the other one on guard duty over there. And his pile of blankets, because if they're not there, he is being abused. And he will give you the saddest freaking face. Oh, little man. Come here. You gonna come snuggle mama now? Come here. My little man. Hello. Give a kissy. Good boy. Probably because of some things that Noah made me read. The Beast and the Tingle book that was on there, which involves a banana lifeguard. A banana lifeguard. What? Yeah, this one doesn't like the belly rubs. And that one is just knocked out. If you go wake her up, like, she's the one that demands belly rubs. This one, on the other hand, when he's not sleepy, he cracks me up. If you try to scratch his head and he's not tired enough, he goes, "No, mama, scratch here," and only wants the chest rubs, which he learned from his old big brother. It's like, he used to hate the chest rubs, and now he's learned to demand them, like Scootsy Baby did. Oh, because I saw you half asleep over there. Yes. He's just my little snuggler when he's not on guard. Franny, on the other hand, is rub my belly, but hers is usually all right, well, now that you're over here, I'm going to kick you, and then go, I want food. But she already had her breakfast this morning, so it's nappy nap time for her. But now I need to know how yeah, like that. Huh? Did mommy stop scratching your chest, little man? Yes. As you stare off into space. Is there something out there? What are they doing back there? No, you're not. I see those perky ears. You're not gonna do it. I know what you're plotting, and you're not gonna do it. We're on a hill so he can see the neighbors in their backyard. And they haven't paid the toll, huh? They're not allowed to be in their backyard without getting yelled at if they don't pay the toll, huh? Yes. But we're not gonna go yell at the neighbors. They're allowed in their yard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you think you're so sneaky, like your ears don't give you away. Oh, he's gonna try, but then I would have to be dumb enough to open the door. And he done and gave himself away. Oh. Yes, oh God. Mm. So, he's not too into it. Like, every now and then, when he sees one of the other cats in the house, not only does he get the perky ears, he literally starts vibrating of, I need to chase. Which is why the other kitty doesn't like you. You're only allowed to chase JB. Because he'll literally goad you into it. This will correct me that him and JB will actually have like a chewing boxing match. It's not fighting at all. JB likes to have his like chest hair chewed on. And he doesn't care if his ears get half boxed by a kitty. But then you want to chase the other one who doesn't like doggies. Because, you pick on them. Excuse you, just gonna burp at mama? That's not nice. Her big girl was visiting earlier. She had her breakfast and came and, got some head scratches and snuggles. But she's big girl. She's got the thick fur, so she doesn't like to get a lot of attention. Except for in the winter time. It's not winter here. It's a summer day. It says spring on the calendar, but it's a summer day. Yes. Let's see if we can get him a little bit better into the frame. There we go. That's my little man. He is a guard dog that you will hear, cussing everybody out in the backgrounds of everything. He is my lead security dog. He tells the other ones what to do. Yes. Are you the leader of the house? Yeah. Looking so serious. I know. It's not going to be long till you tell me to tuck you in again, is it? No, it's not. Mwah. Yeah, did mommy give you a kiss? Was that abuse? I know. I'm just a good boy. Oh, good boy. With the boopable little nose. Oh. Yeah, you need more chest rubs. Yeah, this is my snuggler one when he's not on guard duty or harassing everybody outside. It's my little man. Yeah, I'm surprised you're not under the covers. So you're just waiting for the boyfriend to come out so you can go back off guard duty and get more leisurely. He's guard dog when we work, but whenever we're home, he is extra. I need my 20 hours a day. And then just gets up for, playtime and food. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big old yawn. It's the nappy naps, huh? So you've struggled down your breakfast and it's nappy nap time. Ah, and it keeps getting stuck. But I think this will be the last of it. It's starting to hurt my hands because this is very rough fabric. The strings aren't too bad, but the actual fabric that I'm stitching over with the pattern is not very nice. It's very plasticky and rough feeling. Yes. Which is pretty good because I usually can only make it about an hour. You want under or are you going back on guard? Oh, you don't know? What are you doing, little man? Oh, I know what you're doing. Daddy's going to have a wet pillow. It's paw bath time, and he always thinks he's sneaky. But really, he just goes and lays on the boyfriend's pillow and then kind of gets his paw, kind of just, licks all around it and leaves a huge wet spot. Yeah. So he'll be doing that for the next 10 minutes or so, thinking that he's sneaky. Yeah, big girl doesn't really do the sofa. You get a couple minutes when it's really early in the morning or late at night, but she gets too toasty way too quick, and she doesn't go for belly rubs unless she's on the floor. She's really bad at figuring out how huge she is, so this is not wide enough for her to roll over for belly rubs. And we have to keep it. There's several layers of blankets on here. As little man's like, nope, if he can't be sandwiched between a pair of blankets, then he is being abused. She's had her breakfast earlier while we were doing this. And so now she's, had her sweet post-breakfast moment, and now she's just knocked out on the floor. And she'll probably stay there for about 2 hours and then decide that, all right, I want attention, or hey, it's time for the humans to eat me to try to get something out of them. Huh. Oh, yeah. I see that little sleepy face. They like to make appearances, but they don't like to stay around for too long. Though I do like when she wants belly rubs, she cracks me up because she will literally wave you over and fuss. Which I will be putting that clip up in a couple days. I managed to actually catch her doing her cute little "I want belly rub" wave. Whereas half the time they like, oh, I'm doing something cute and you're trying to capture that. I'm not gonna do it again. But she actually wanted it and wasn't just trying to go for a trick, so she kept doing her cute little wave. Now for the fun part of figuring out where exactly his jacket is going to end. Kind of getting this fleshed out for when I do the color change. So I don't, miss stitch. Yeah, you flopped up, big girl. They might pop up to say bye. Well, once in the back of the house, but we might get Franny to give you a cute little face if her eyes are open. Yeah, that's far too big. Right, I am going to waddle to the Chinese. Great stream, hun. Made some progress. Well, hopefully you enjoy the Chinese. That sounds really good. And you enjoy the rest of your day as well. Thanks for stopping in, Vin. And thanks for the heads up about that book. I'm going to see if I can find any on Unlimited. It's definitely not having those read and person. Yep. I saw your review up. I'm definitely going to be watching that one later. See your thoughts on Fahrenheit 451. Take care. That is. That's where we're going to go. Oh, did you get too toasty over there? Okay. Our live tonight for reading spring can call dogs over, please, for cuddles and belly rubs. I might be able to get one to come say hi. The other one, yeah, that was getting his chest rubs. I know him, he's done for. She's kind of thinking about it. But might be able to get him to say hi because I've just got a little bit left. And then we're going to be ending the stream. We're just going to tie this one off and continue working on this next Saturday and see if they feel like doing drop-ins. The only way to really keep them here is to give them peanut butter the whole time, which defeats the purpose. Plus, they both need to be going on diet, so I can't be bribing them with peanut butter the whole time. Because then all you get is a really big butt or side of a head. I had to do that when I did a little doggy tag about them. They're like, nope, we hear you talking about us. We're not interested. Ooh, peanut butter. Here's my butt. Because they are goofballs. But that is the one treat they both like. Because otherwise they're kind of pampered divas that can't agree on what they want. Alrighty. My hand is hurting. Sew that on up. Alrighty. Alright. Let's see. That. And next week we can work on some of the actual detail in here. Big girl, you want to come say goodbye? Huh? You want to come here, big girl? She gave me a straight up no. Yeah, that is her not having it. But thanks for dropping in. Hopefully you enjoyed the actual, cross stitch and the little views of little man coming in for a visit. And I will see y'all next week. Bye.